course outline. Had the course outline been shared with you?
No.
Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so before I take you with the course outline, let me quickly introduce about our organization. So we are from EIA Technologies. So we are basically based out of India, and we deal in IT training. So our specialization is into the IT training and project consultancy. So in India, we have a broader prospect where we are handling multiple government organizations, projects for government organizations, and also we have penetrated into the US and UK and Australia market, where we have our couple of projects going on, to whom we continuously deliver the services on AWS, Azure, GCP, Salesforce, and Workday, and Oracle. So this is into an nutshell. Along with that, we are also into the training and the consulting services. Now moving ahead with this course outline. So this course is primarily focused onto this course is basically primarily it has two parts. One is the AWS and the second one is the DevOps. Okay. So we have AWS as well as the DevOps. Now talking about the AWS and the DevOps side. So AWS is the platform and the DevOps is nothing. Basically, it is a set of tools or culture, you can say, something similar to software development lifecycle, which is implemented onto the top of AWS. That is the reason this in DevOps go with any of the cloud platform. Okay. So we will just little bit to find this course content, and instead of starting from the DevOps side, we will start with the AWS. So onto the AWS, we would be covering somewhere around 9 to 10 topics, which are core and which are the intermediate and the advanced topic for any of the cloud platform. We would be starting with VPC. So VPC is nothing. You can compare this something to the network that we have within our office where different servers and the working systems are connected. EC2 is nothing. It is in virtual machines. In a real time, the machines or the computers to which we have an access in our data centers. Then S3, which acts as a storage account where it is the storage account where we can keep our data. Then we have IAM. It is nothing. It is an access control manager where we provide access, take the access, and used for the security. You must have heard about term DevSecOps or SRE roles. So generally the SRE engineers or the DevSecOps people work onto this IAM with some other tools and the services. Then we have this CloudTrail, CloudWatch, and Cloud Monitoring. These are the monitoring services. SNS is nothing. It is the simple notification service. We integrate this service with this monitoring tool so that once certain threshold is achieved, you get a notification onto your email, mobile number, or the Slack channel or the Teams group that you have. Towards the end, we would be using Terraform. Terraform is very important because important tool these days. This tool is used for automating the provisioning of the infrastructure just by running couple of commands or couple of clicks. In this training, we would be using some of this tool which are being used within the organization to work onto the AWS. When I say work onto the AWS, it means loading the data onto the AWS, pulling the data from the AWS, managing the services that we have onto the AWS. Once we have covered this, then we will get into the DevOps side. We will start with what is software development lifecycle, what is Agile, and how DevOps fit into it. Then we will start with the basic Linux program, shell scripting, Linux command. Then we'll do the shell scripting. Then we'll get into the Git, which we will use as a version control. Maven. Somebody has worked onto the Java, so you must be having experience about Maven. It is used for creating the packages for the codes that we have. Tomcat, we will use Tomcat, IES, Nginx, any one of it as a server to host our application on top of it. Then we would be doing the Jenkins, which is an continuous integration server. Somebody asked Bamboo. So in this training program, we would be doing a Jenkins because Jenkins is widely accepted, or you can say that Jenkins is the tool which is being widely used into the industry. We would be doing SonarQube, which is an vulnerability scanning tool. We will do Nexus, or instead of that, we will use uh, Amazon Container Registry, which is a cloud-based registry to save your build. And then we will be doing Prometheus and Grafana, which is for the monitoring. Towards the end, we would be doing Docker, Kubernetes, and the Ansible. So with few of the topics like Ansible, we would be only covering the basic and intermediate because Ansibles are not being used these days, but still we have this demand. And yeah, rest of all things are good. And if you are able to observe it, accept the courses, so we can do the Ansible also. So this is completely the course curriculum or the course program, which you would be receiving also after this call. You will have it. Okay. So this is all onto the course content side. Now, I would like to check from your end, guys, the course content which I have discussed, or my introduction, or introduction about my company. If you have any queries and questions on any of this thing, you feel free to ask me. Uh, Sorry, guys, my screen was not shared. Like, are you able to see my screen now? If you cannot unmute yourself, you can just write it onto the chat. Are you able to see my screen now?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yeah, thank you. So this is the course outline which I have taken you through it. Okay. So do you have any queries and questions onto the course outline side, or the approach that we would be taking into the training, or any of the topics that you want to cover into very deep? Sumant, Sudhir, Saurabh. Guys, anything? You can unmute and feel free to ask.
Nothing from my end.
Okay. Saurabh, Sumant, Sudhir. Anything or
Guys,
any
we want this session to be very much interactive. If you don't know about anything, that it's fine. Like, yes, I will help you out from the very basic and scratch level. At least be participative. That's all our request is.
So want to ask, this program is made for what kind of profiles?
See, basically, when we talk about, basically, let's talk about this curriculum that we have designed. So this curriculum is designed for anyone who is into the IT industry and want to switch their field. Because if somebody who is not having an IT background and want to get into it, then basically we have to take it from the very basic. Okay. So anyone, whether he is an BA, whether he is a tester, whether he is a coder, or whether he is from a data engineering background, or whether he is an agile scrum master, he would be able to take this up. Got it? So Sumant is having one of the question like, is this training make us confident to take 5 years of experience? I can give you an assurance after going through this training, you would be able to justify at least 7 to 8 years of experience, not 5 years of experience. 7 to 8 years of experience you can easily justify. We have been into US market from last 7 years, and especially me, I have worked with multiple clients in the US market directly. So I know what is their requirement, and we are covering exactly the same topic. Just for an example, I'll open my LinkedIn account. Over here, AWS DevOps. I'll go to the jobs. I'm hoping everyone is from the United States. So if you could see over here, you will see all the topics that we are covering, like CI/CD pipeline for the Jenkins. Okay. And Maven that we are covering, the AWS we are covering. So most of the company, like around 60% of the companies are looking for this. So it's if I talk about the adoption of the cloud, it's AWS, and after AWS we have Azure. You could see GCP, AWS, and if you will look for the DevOps tool, so Kubernetes, CI/CD, Jenkins or equivalent, AWS, Bash, Python. So Bash, we are already covering it. So like this is one of the job, but if you could see the tool set that we are covering into the market, so your 90% of the job you will have inclusion from this. Terraform, Shell script, Linux, you could see the keywords that we are having. So Vikat has, and would it be having the advanced level? So I would like to know, and I would like to understand from Vikat, like before coming to this session, you would have done a little bit of research, like what is trending into the DevOps. So I would like to know from your end, like what do you think is the advanced topic or advanced level you are expecting from this training? Vikat, if you want, you can unmute and talk to us.
Yeah, as you mentioned, a 7 8 years experience can take this up and go for an interview, right? So
Yes.
7 8 years experience may require some advanced level skills to crack the interviews.
Yes.
So does this include that is what I'm questioning.
Okay, so see, basically one thing I'll tell you guys, over here we are doing a smart work. Got it? You can unmute yourself, Vikat. You can unmute yourself. Over here we are doing a smart work. We are not doing donkey work over here. I will
Yeah.
not take you through the theory thing. Like I'll not take you through everything. For example, let's take example Docker, okay, onto the containerization side. You can go and check any of the Docker videos or interview videos or preparation, anything. So there are 5 to 10 questions that they ask, and there are 5 to 10 things that you have to work on to the Docker. Okay, I'll show you my notes also. So we would be exactly covering that 10 services from the Docker. That's it. Got it? We are going to cover exactly that 10 topic or that 10 services from the Docker. We are not going to cover Docker Swarm because nobody into the industry uses Docker Swarm. Instead of that, everyone uses Kubernetes. So over here, we are not doing something which is not required into the industry, or 1% of the person would be doing it. We will not do that thing. We are going to do that topics which is really required to work as a DevOps engineer into the industry. You must have heard about Docker file. You okay?
Yes,
I'll
yes,
assist
yes.
you to write the Docker file, and into the Docker, the most advanced thing is of writing the Docker file. You should know what are the component of Docker file. These are the component of Docker file. I'll help you to write this Docker file. I will give you this document. If you open this document in front of you and keep it onto the screen while taking up the interview, you would be able to answer each and everything from the Docker. Everything. We have all the commands. We have all the Docker file sample into the, at the most advanced question into the Docker side, into the interview is they will ask to write the Docker file. They will ask few Docker commands and they will ask this step to troubleshoot with the errors. That's it. Similarly, if you will look over here onto the Kubernetes. So onto the Kubernetes side, you will get each and everything in very clear and prescribed way. Similarly, when you will get into the Git, you have the questions like people who are working or would have taken the interviews, you must be knowing like in Git, they ask what is the Git branching strategy your project is handling, how you handle the conflict, and what are the different Git commands. They will randomly ask 4 or 5 Git command to test your knowledge. Into the Jenkins side, I'll help you with the Jenkins installation. What is Jenkins plugin, how to integrate Jenkins with different services within the project, and how to write the Jenkins file to deploy CI/CD pipeline. So these are some of the important things which are generally focused into the interview, and we are totally covering all of them as a part of this training program. You could see over here, everything is covered as a part of the Jenkins. Now, in the C, I will not ask you to go and learn Groovy because I know like there is some part of the Groovy that you would be need for writing it. Okay, got it. So we follow that strategy into our training session. Once you have taken 10 to 15 classes, you would be confident enough in taking up the recruiter calls. We'll give you a sample CV. You can use your sample CV, that sample CV to design your CV, and probably we can have classes or we can have a mock sessions where we can discuss about the sample CVs. And already the institute will create the group. So you people can work in coordination with each other, like applying for a same job. Okay. And if anytime like Sumant is going first, then Vikyat is having the second, like Sumant has scheduled it for Monday, 8 a.m. So Vikyant is scheduling it for 9 a.m. So you both can discuss and see like what are the questions they have asked. The next time Sumant can go first and Vikyat go. So it should be a collaboration between the you all, and we should work as a team to grab the maximum opportunity out of the market. So we believe in such kind of coordination, or you can say teamwork for each and everyone's success. We are not like that we are taking just few thousand rupees and somebody is coming and reading out the slides and going on to the next day. So it's going to be 80% hands-on, 20% theory. I'll provide you with as much of reading material that you want. You can refer it. So somebody has asked, what is platform engineering? See, when I talk about, Sumant has asked about platform engineering. So Sumant, see, when we speak about platform engineering, so onto the platform engineering, it is more of architecting the cloud platform from the security, okay, from the security point, from the high availability and scalability point, okay, and the third thing is cost optimization. So these are some of the things as a DevOps engineer that we use. And again, it is a set of practice that we have. Okay. So it is a set of practice that we generally follow to improve the operational activities of our infrastructure so that if we have to roll back or if we have to launch something, we are not taking up the much time. So into the platform engineering, Terraform, Ansible, CFT, CloudFormation template. So these are the tools which play a pivotal role. Guys, any other questions?
Yes, I have a question. Like, how much? What is the? Sorry, maybe I have missed that. What is the duration of this training and fees structure?
So after that, I will let you know in the WhatsApp chat box. So the duration of this course, we guys are targeting to finish it with 55 hours session would be there. So it might take 60 days with you guys to complete the whole session. And in this, you'll get the resume building session and a mock question bank and the placement assistance too from like he will guide you which through the through the LinkedIn and through which platform you guys have to apply for that. So yes, sir will also help you in that assistance. So that's all you'll get in 60 days training. Hope it's clear.
So on to the interview site, like when we talk about the fees and other thing, you can check with the check with the coordinator or the person you are speaking with. They will take care of it. So I have few more queries. Okay, somebody else dropping down. Yeah. Apart from this, anything else that you want to discuss? Yeah, one more thing I missed. After taking this training, you would be able to take up two certifications. Like one is the practitioner and the other one is AWS Solution Architect Associate. So that would you would be very able to easily clear it out. So you would be able to clear these certifications. Any other questions? Guys, do you have any other questions? Okay, so if you don't have any question, we will close the session for the day. So now generally we have 3 to 4 classes as a demo where we officially start the course. So I would like to invite you all of them, all of you also a part of it, and then probably let's get started. So in that session, you would be able to figure it out, like what is my teaching pattern, how do I teach, how do we do the labs, how do we show the labs. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Okay.